What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Back here again, not with the Breaking Bad review. Finally done with that. Actually, I want to talk about Madden 13 and some things that definitely bother me with this year's game. Let's get into the good stuff first, though. Let's talk about what Madden should have been. Madden 13 this year, the presentation looks fantastic. If you bought it, the game looks crisp. It actually looks like you're watching a real NFL game. It looks live. It looks real. You got the commentators. You've got the player animations look fantastic. The tackling animations look sick. All the new catching progressions and catching animations they made look awesome. It's a little jonky after the play. People falling over each other. But I can forgive that because the presentation is really slick up until that point, and it's really good. The gameplay is really good. Um, this should definitely be the best Madden ever made. But they left out two things that were easy put-ins that they just must be stupid to leave out. That EA, I don't understand why they left them out. Let's get into them now. They left out the fantasy draft. So no longer can you fantasy draft a team. You have to pick one of the 32 NFL teams. And it's ridiculously hard on this game to trade players to even, kind of make your team kind of a fantasy team. Which is ridiculous to me. How do you take out one of the most popular things from your game, which is the fantasy draft? That is easily one of the top things that every Madden player I think likes to do, is make a fantasy draft of their team and try to build their own team through a draft where everybody is available. Why do you think fantasy football is so popular? Because we are able to draft our own team, draft our own players, and EA should have realized this. A lot of people I've heard are boycotting this game because of the fantasy draft. For me, it wasn't a deal breaker, but it was a huge thing because I'm a huge fan of the fantasy draft. I'm a huge fan of trying to draft the best team I could possibly do. I could sit there and write out exactly where the player is going to go, what round I should take them, and all that stuff. That's fun for me, and they took it out of the game completely, and I don't even get why. It wasn't like it was a hard thing to take out or leave in there. They already had it in there. They've already had it implemented. Basically, they would be making a draft where you pick 49 players. The only thing they would have to do is order some players, or order the rounds they're going to go in by all the computerized teams. That's all they would have to do. It was that simple. It was a simple fix. To me, this is motherfucking stupid that they left it out. It really is. It's a huge blow to the Madden franchise by not putting it in there. I don't get why they didn't put it in there. But that was not the deal breaker for me on this. As bad as that was, I was like, hey, I can still start my own franchise, be the owner of my own team, just work for the team that already works. Wrong, because you can't be an owner or a coach in this game. You have to actually play the game. There's no computerized versus computerized matchups outside of exhibition mode. This is the hardest thing for me to comprehend. You're telling me we can have computer matches in exhibition mode, so they have them in the game, but you're telling me they can't fucking put them in the fucking season franchise mode? Give me a fucking break. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, leaving that out. Honestly, I feel like, as bad as Mass Effect 3 was, I feel like people are going to either boycott EA or enough people are going to be enraged that EA is going to eventually put it in, because it's an easy fix. You could probably send out an online, pack or an online fix, an online patch to put that in, basically, is what they should do, because they really royally fucked up by not putting it in the game. How do you not put, a lot of people don't like playing because, a lot of people are so good against the computer at Madden that they just don't enjoy playing. I don't enjoy playing. I don't get any, enjoyment out of my quarterback passing for 5,000 yards each year, my running back running 2,000 yards each year. I don't get enjoyment out of that. I get enjoyment of being, the sideline guy. I can put it on the background. I can watch it. I can watch the team. I can coach my team, or I can be the owner and act like I'm watching from the press boxes and do something else while it's, basically simulating on my screen in the background. I enjoy that type of thing. I know a lot of other people that do. So for them to take this out is just incredibly dumb. So honestly, Madden, you guys fucked up here. That's basically what I wanted to say. Tell me your guys' thoughts. Do you think these things are big deals, or are the people that are upset about this making it out to be a much huger deal than it really is? I think this is affecting Madden in a big way, and it's for the worst for the game, because the presentation on this game is fantastic. This would easily be the best Madden game ever if they would have left possibly even one of those two things in. I think the computer versus computer thing is really definitely a deal breaker for me. I'm upset I bought it, that I cannot basically run my own team as an owner. I have to actually play as a player. And they even have a coach mode in fucking the connected career thing, but you can't actually coach. How fucking bewildering is that? But that's my thought process on this. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section. Comment down there. Like this video if you agree with me. I'll be back later.